Normally, we wear our wedding rings on this finger, right? Fine. Now, one day, a man was seen wearing his wedding ring on this finger. A fellow passenger asked him, "Sir, why are you wearing your wedding ring here?" Do you know what he told him? He said, "That's because I married the wrong woman." Please, let me put my ring where it's supposed to be. Thank God he's alive to tell somebody that he married the wrong woman. There are many men who died. I mean, they are already buried because they married the wrong woman, okay? So when we talk about choosing the right partner as a man, it's a very, very, very serious topic, and you mustn't joke with it, because you know what? If you get married to a wrong woman, your life is in danger. And in this video, I'm going to share the 7 types of women a man should aim to marry. 7, like, if you marry any of them, fine, because of course you cannot see all these characteristics in one woman, because no woman, no man is perfect. So you have to choose based on what is important to you. Welcome back to Glodikani Marriage School, the place where we help the unmarried to choose right and keep the married from running until they must. The first woman on my list today is a contented woman. She is okay with her lot in life. She doesn't make excess demands. What she has is okay for her. At least, of course, she'll be hoping for improvement. She'll be hoping for, that you make more money and everything gets better. But at that moment, whatsoever it is you can provide for the family, she is okay with it. She can use it, manage it, and make it work for everybody. And I mean, as a man, you need this kind of woman. Now, think about the economic situation of this country and, in fact, the whole world at large. If you're married to a woman who is always demanding more than you can provide, I don't know where your stress level will be. So please look for a woman who is contented with her lot in life. I have many reasons for emphasizing on marrying a contented woman. When I was researching for this video, I discovered that naturally men die faster than women, even married men. So it's not about maybe children or youths, or I'm talking of married men, okay? And I'm going to show you some of the reasons, especially when it relates to being so demanding on a man and what it can lead to. Maybe him developing some health challenges that could also lead to his death eventually. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you see what I saw myself. I opened a lot of tabs when researching this, but I'm going to actually pick 3 out of it. But in the description box below, I will add so many of the links I found discussing reasons behind early death in men than in women, okay? So this first one talked about male mortality, why men die earlier than women, okay? The first reason here is heart disease. Of course, heart disease, he said in the US, the leading cause of death for both men and women is heart disease. But men develop it earlier in life and are 50% more likely to die from it. The next one, high suicide rate. Of course, it's saying that men commit, suicide more than women. He said, in fact, white men accounted for nearly 70% of suicide-related deaths in 2018. Another one he said is infrequent doctor visits. Men don't visit the doctors as much, as they should, but women do, okay? Now, he said occupational hazards. Of course, men are more exposed to riskier jobs than women. So those occupational accidents, like, can affect them more than women. Then we talk about, these people talked about poor diet and exercise. Like, men feed, unhealthily because maybe they are too busy, or the kind of jobs they do, they are often away from home and everything. Now, if a man marries a woman who cannot cook, of course his diet will be poor. And then lack of exercise, you see. Some men don't have time, busy hustling for the family, and they don't even remember the importance of exercise. Now, another one talked about life expectancy of the world population. He said for both sexes, 73.4 years, The female have he said females have 76 years while males only have 70 years, 8 months and everything. If you see here, they even did it by country: Hong Kong, Macau, Japan, and Switzerland, Singapore, even Nigeria. We also have our own anyway. So with all this, it's obvious that men die faster than women. In another article by Nigerian Tribune, it said reasons, they also talked about reasons men die earlier than women. So when you check all these things, plus the ones I will list, in that description box, you will discover that as a man, you are at a higher risk of dying early due to so many things. Now, one of the death-causing factors you can actually prevent from marrying a contented woman is stress. Many people don't know how dangerous stress is. And as a man who is prone to so many situations, so many stress-triggering situations, you really need to be very careful with the woman you choose to live with for the rest of your life. So let me show you what stress can actually cause in the life of a man. What does stress cause in the body? Let me just read from here. It said, according to Mayo Clinic, stress that is not dealt with can lead to many health problems such as high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, obesity, and diabetes. Now, if you look at the sources I provided, you will see that the leading cause of death in men are these factors mentioned here: high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, obesity, and diabetes. Okay, if you want to remove obesity, fine, but diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure are some of the leading causes of death. And so please, make sure the woman you are living with is not stressing your life to the point of leading to your death. The next woman who can make a very good wife is an accommodating woman. An accommodating woman is flexible, okay? She accepts people. She is not harsh to people, and she's just generally good to people, okay? Now, as a man who has an extended family, if you love your mother, if you love your sisters a lot, please, you need an accommodating woman, okay? Because this thing will always cause a kind of friction between you and she if she doesn't accept your people easily. And you will always be divided whether to choose your wife or choose your people. And that kind of situation can also trigger stress for a man. And remember, we've said that stress causes so many diseases that can kill a man. So because of that, anything that will reduce stress is something you should always make sure you have achieved. One of them is to marry a woman who can accept your family. There are some important reasons to marry an accommodating woman, especially if you're a man who loves your mom, your sisters, and some members of your extended family. The first one is adaptability, okay? If you marry an accommodating woman, she will easily adapt to your family. The second reason is support. What do I mean by this? When you want to do something for your family, you don't need to do it, in secret, because maybe your wife will frown at it, or maybe your wife will not like it. You understand? You are a man, of course. You're supposed to do something and be at peace for doing it, for your sisters and your mom. But when your wife is there and maybe she's not accommodating, she doesn't accept them and everything, whenever you want to do something for your mom or your sisters, you'll be hiding. That's not a good way to live as a man. The next one is emotional well-being. Please, you don't need a woman who will always want you to choose between your mom, and maybe she, or your sibling. You will now begin to get confused on who to support, maybe your people or your wife. Please, you don't want to live like that. You don't want to be in that kind of a situation. So please, make sure if you have your family, at heart, like you love them so much, your wife must be an accommodating person. Another woman I will recommend for, in fact, every man to choose is an industrious woman, okay? No matter how much you make as a man, you need an industrious woman around you. Even what the Bible said about a virtuous woman in Proverbs chapter 31 from verse 10, if you read below, you will discover that she is not a lazy person. She is industrious. She buys food. She goes out. She takes care of her family and everything. Now, some men, don't want their wives to work in a corporate organization. They don't want their wives to do business and everything. They keep them at home. Some who are well-to-do often pay their wives to be maybe full-time mom and full-time wives. There is no problem with that. But please make sure as a man, your wife knows how to, find her way around making money. There are so many reasons for this. Number one, like we've seen, men often die earlier than their wives. Now, if your wife is not industrious, no matter how much you must have made or no matter how much you are making right now, if anything happens to you, this woman will find it very difficult to adapt. I read an article about a lady who said something that her dad died early, leaving many children for her mom. And she said she thanked God that her mom was already industrious. So when the dad died suddenly, the woman didn't panic. The woman didn't start afresh looking for how to manage and train her children. All she did was just to increase her hustle to accommodate her large family because the man was no longer there to help her. Now, apart from death, the way the country is going means that families need more money than, before. So now, if a man alone is bringing the money in the family, of course, there are higher chances of maybe increased stress level for him. Now, let's apply this popular Bible verse. It said, 1 can chase 1,000, 2 can chase 10,000, not 2,000, 10,000. Now, if you apply it financially now, a man can make good money, yes, but what if the both partners are making, money together? They easily achieve their goals. When the man is, down financially, the woman will support him financially, okay? When a man has a very big project to complete, of course, the wife is there to support him. That's why you need an industrious woman. Please, don't say, I'm earning more. I don't want my wife to be exposed to. In fact, keeping your wife at home and not empowering her to be supporting you, please, you are making a very big mistake. Remember, men die faster and earlier than women in marriage. Please, look for an industrious wife. And if you're already married and your wife is not doing anything, please make sure she starts doing something today. The fourth woman I want to recommend in fact, every man is a God-fearing woman. Remember, in my last video about the 3 types of men to marry, I mentioned a God-fearing man. And if you watch this, in fact, if you've not watched that video, please go and watch that video now, all right? There are so many reasons to marry a God-fearing woman, okay? Apart from, being the prayer partner you need to navigate the turbulent waters of life, okay? She is also going to be a kind-hearted woman, a loving woman, and a compassionate woman. Men need love, okay? So if you marry a God-fearing woman, she knows her duty as a wife to you, okay? She will be kind to you, her children, your family, and everybody around you. Apart from that, her morals, okay, will be imbibed in her children. You don't want to have wayward kids, especially this time that the craziness everywhere is like so surprising, okay? You need a woman who is God-fearing. At least you can be sure that your children will be God-fearing and people with moral values instilled in them. The fifth woman that every man who finds her is blessed is a patient woman. Marriage needs a lot of patience, and men, of course, need a lot of support and patience from their wives. If you marry an impatient woman, she will create more tension in the home for you, okay? And now we've seen that stress kills a lot. So you need a woman who will allow you to, move at your own tempo. Please, you don't want a woman who will be comparing you with the other men out there. She will come and say, this woman's husband did this for her. Are you not my husband? How can I have a husband and I cannot do this and I cannot have this and I cannot? Oh my God. And let me tell you, sometimes women come out, from different angles to put pressure on you. Okay, they may not come out and call you useless man. You're not behaving like other men. There are some women who have mastered the act of subtle demand. Why do I use that word subtle? You will not know that they are being demanding on you. They will just tell you, I saw this thing that I love. Let me just say maybe human hair. I saw this human hair that I love so much. But I know you don't have money. If you have money, at least someone who is married like me shouldn't be looking haggard when other people are dressing very fine. Of course, I understand that you don't have, subtly, she's giving you emotional heat, pressure. You don't want to live with this kind of a woman. So please, make sure you find a woman who is patient with you. Whatever you can bring, she will accept it and support you. She will allow you. Okay, you do your things gradually and not be stressed. Of course, patience in the home, especially from your wife, will create a very relaxed atmosphere for you, a very calm marriage, a very peaceful marriage, stress-free marriage for you as a man. The next woman on my list is a supportive wife. As a man, you need the support of your wife, not financially only, but emotionally, okay? When you are down, a woman who is supportive, will make sure she comes around you with encouragement. She will tell you it is okay, things will be better. She will motivate you, all right? She understands your stress. She understands your effort. The effort you're making to keep your family well balanced and organized. She understands all this and she provides the support you need, okay? If she has money, of course, she will support you with it. If she doesn't have money, she knows what to do for you at every point in time so that you will feel okay and you will feel good. So you need a woman who will support you, all right? Of course, there are some industrious women who are not supportive. So look for someone who will support you. It depends on the one that you need more as a man. Remember, no two marriages are the same. Two men cannot be the same. You look for what you need most in a wife. Another woman that a man should have for a peaceful home is a forgiving woman. A woman with a forgiving spirit. Please, you don't want to marry that woman who would never forgive you for any mistake you make. Please, nobody is perfect, okay? As a man, you are prone to make mistakes. You are prone to hurt your wife. You are prone to be weak, okay? You can, fall to temptation and everything. Please, if your wife has this unforgiving spirit, you are in trouble. Because either she pays you back or she will never let it go. And remember, you don't want to live like that. So please, make sure you find a forgiving woman, a woman who can forget what you did and say, okay, I've forgiven you. Let bygones be bygones. In fact, a woman who is even getting married should understand that forgiveness is a vital ingredient, okay, for a peaceful and happy marriage. So if you are a man, make sure the woman you want to marry forgives easily. Not those type of women that if you hurt them today, they will remember everything you did from 1960 to 2023. In fact, they will count it because they've not forgiven you. The thing is still pending them, and because of that, any small thing you did, they will remember it. They will lambast you with it. In fact, you are in trouble, my brother. So please, if you can marry a woman who is forgiving, you are in a very good position to live a longer life. One woman I've seen that is so forgiving in my life is my mom, okay? She's late now, of course, but my mom, if she's angry with you, just make her laugh. Once my mom laughs, she has forgiven you and she has forgotten everything. I've never taken that thing for granted. I appreciate that character she has. So please, If you want your marriage to be happier and peaceful, go for a woman who can forgive you easily. Now, before I end this video, I have a bonus word for you. This one will surprise you, of course. I've heard it so many times. People talk about it, and in the description box, I will add a link, of course, proving this thing I'm going to say now. Please, if you are a man and you want intelligent sons, make sure you choose a woman who is intelligent. I've read so many things about this, and I discovered that boys usually inherit the intelligence of their mom, like the IQ and everything that comes with it. Boys usually grab the one from their mom. So if you want your sons to be book smart, you want them to be smart, you want their IQ levels to be high, please make sure your wife is an intelligent person. If you marry a woman with a low IQ, your sons might come out, no, not might, it's the study said your sons will have low IQ too. Please make sure you look for a woman who knows her way around intelligence, who is smart at least. So you've seen the 7 types of women who will make good wives. You've also seen the bonus one I added at the end. That one is very, very important. Please don't play with this. I was a teacher and I know what I'm talking about. So make sure you check these features or characteristics or individual differences when you are looking for a wife. But like I said earlier, you cannot find all these qualities in one woman. So please focus on the one that is very, very important to you, maybe due to your own character or maybe due to your own circumstance in life and everything. If you want an industrious wife who can support your goals, make sure you look for one. If you want smart children, make sure you look for a very smart wife and all that. So it all depends. Remember, if you love your family a lot, please, you need an accommodating wife, okay? These things are important. If I'm saying this, you may take it for granted because you are not married, but we that are married, we've been married for many years now. We've seen a lot of things, and these things we've seen are very, very important, and that's why we are helping you on this channel to choose right. And even if you're already married now, you can also change things. At least make sure you subscribe to this channel, and of course share our videos. Even if you don't need them, there are people out there who need it. Remember, subscription is free. All you need to do is to do what? Hit the subscription button. Just subscribe. Immediately you click on it, you've subscribed, and then share our videos. You can go to the comment section and say what's your own opinion about everything I've said in this video.